Okay, hello, and welcome to this Tropical Storm Faye update. It's 2:30 p.m. Very dark outside. It is really dark outside. I gotta say, it's so dark. But let's take a look at the latest with Faye. Still holding on to its strength, 60 mile an hour winds. So let's start off with the warning cone, I guess. We'll start off with this, and then we'll get the center. So here you go. We're under tropical storm warnings as of 2 p.m. It looks like it's located just east of Atlantic City. Maximum sustained wind still 60 miles an hour. Movement is north of 12. And the minimum central pressure, which just doesn't get listed on this. So that's why I didn't look at it on the last one. We got to go to the public advisory, and I'll tell you. So heavy rain and winds moving northward along the mid-Atlantic coast as phase center nears the Jersey shore. As of 2 p.m., location 38.8 north, 74.5 west, about 25 miles east-southeast of Cape May, New Jersey, at about 140 miles south of New York City. Maximum sustained wind 60 miles an hour. Movement is north at 12 miles an hour, and the minimum central pressure has dropped yet again, 998 millibars, and that's 29.47 inches. You might be able to hear some banging in the background because they're banging again down there again. More construction again. So as of 2 p.m., the center of Tropical Storm Faye was located near. All right, I already read that. The forecast track: the center of Faye is forecast to move near the New Jersey coast this afternoon and evening, and move inland over the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast United States tonight and Saturday. Maximum sustained winds are near 60 miles an hour, and it's expected to weaken tomorrow. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 140 miles from the center. So a weather flow site at Lewes, Delaware recently reported a sustained wind of 41 miles an hour and a wind gust of 53 miles an hour. Another station at Seaside Heights reported a sustained wind of 37 miles an hour and a wind gust of 46 miles an hour. So that is what's going on, and this is quite a bad storm. So let's go to the satellite first here. Look at the satellite here, and you'll see it is moved now. It is moved. It looks like maybe a little weaker. It doesn't look quite as defined, but still, you can clearly see that circulation very easily. I could make a 60 frame. Yeah, it's shaking. It's like an earthquake in here again. You can see. There you go. So there is the center of circulation, right there. And you can see it moving right along. Looks like right along the Jersey Shore. Right along the Jersey Shore. Let's look at the radar right now, and you can see here that got the rain bands, but after we're done with the rain, it's gonna stop. So probably raining probably for another hour, and then the rain should start tapering off, at least. And it doesn't look like we're gonna get all that much. The heaviest of the rain seems to be in New Jersey. So this is the heaviest rain. Seems to be in western New Jersey. So you can see there's that one feeder band there. And after that, there's not really going to be that much to work with as far as the rain goes. So I don't think we've even seen that much rain here. I'll take a look at the. I'm going to go to the weather and hazards map. So we'll take a look at this. Here you can see that tropical storm warning in effect. Got some gusts, wind gusts 30 miles an hour, 27, 33 on Long Island. That's the Jersey Shore. On Long Island, we've got wind gusts generally 20s and 30s. Nothing terrible. I'll put the dew points in here. You can see it's humid, of course. I can look at the precipitation. See how much rain has fallen. Move this up here. Let's really move that up a little more, I guess. But okay, let's see how much rain we've gotten. Yeah, not too much on the island at all. Higher amounts, though, as you head west. Oh, yeah. So the Jersey Shore's already gotten a decent amount of rain. It looks like 2.61. 2.61 that's Pine Wald. 1.45 Island Heights. Toms River, 1.98. And it's still rain. Well, the rain is just about wrapped up there. But if you go further west, where they got flash flood warnings, they've got even more rain, 2 to 3 inches in this extreme southern New Jersey, southwestern New Jersey, southeastern Pennsylvania area here. So a lot of rain, but it seems like we're missing out on the heavy rain once again. So Long Island once again missing out on the heavy rain. It's all mostly over New Jersey again that they're getting the heavier rain, and we're not really seeing that much. It's not over yet, but I'm not impressed with what I'm seeing on the radar. Um, that's the thing. So again, if we look at the radar, you'll see here it's just not that impressive. So let's go look at the power outage situation because it's not good. 17,948 people in JCP&L have no power right now. And let's well, we got some mostly scattered smaller outages. I don't really see any really large ones, but you can see they're all over the place. With those winds, they're causing some power outages. You got to remember, now with leaves on the trees, that's gonna cause issues. So let's see how many outages. See which hardest hit. Looks like Monmouth County is hardest hit actually. Monmouth County is hardest hit. So let's take a look at Monmouth County. Let's see where most of those outages are in Monmouth. Colts Neck, Freehold, Howell, Middletown. Middletown is hardest hit. So it looks like the Middletown area in Monmouth County is hardest hit there. So if we go up here, I guess this is Middletown right here. This area is probably a couple of really large outages. I don't see them popping up on the map, but that's what JCP&L information has. Again, I would expect that there would be a decent amount of power outages. There's a large one over here, 1,500 plus, somewhere around Neptune. Now, as far as Long Island goes, we're not doing too badly. We have 917 people without power right now, which isn't too bad. There's mostly scattered smaller outages again, nothing too major. Looking at the power outage US website here. Yeah, hardest hit is Monmouth, Ocean, not that. Yeah, further south, it's not as bad. It's mostly for like in this particular area of Jersey right here. It may be related more to JCP&L than the actual storm, but I think they're probably getting the worst winds over here. That probably is why. Let's go look at New York. New York's reporting a decent amount of outages too. It's mostly upstate though again. Hudson Valley, the city. City isn't too bad. Staten Island, no. So let's look at the power outage situation. Let's go to tropical tidbits, I guess. It'll be the next thing we'll look at. I'll look at the radar again here. Again, you can see that feed, but it's all the heaviest stuff. All the major yellows are all over Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania at this point. Alright, let's go to tropical tidbits. You know what else I wanted to look at too? Or we'll go to the satellite. Oh, this is missing information. Where's the link to the satellite? Alright, there's the satellite. Okay, so here's the satellite. Goes data is running behind. Images may be delayed. They have a message about that. You can see though there is still some impressive convection, but again, the most of it looks like it's going to make me miss Long Island, fortunately. And you can see already where the drying is. It's not that far away from us. On this satellite image, you can clearly see that it's not that far away. So this is more of a nowcasting thing. I'm not going to go look at the models right now. You know, but this is quite an impressive tropical storm for early January. That's for sure. I meant early July. I'm sorry, they're banging away. It's hard for me to think when you hear bang, bang, bang like that. So you got to hear. That's what it sounds like. So let's I'm gonna look at some of the marine observations here. I should look at the Weather Service briefing too as well. All right, let's take a look at these buoys here. I know a lot of them aren't reporting. Some of them, oh, Barnegat's reporting 12-foot waves. That's impressive. Most of these buoys are just not working. But all right, here's see, these aren't popping up in the other thing. So Jones Beach is reporting east at 28, gusting to 38. So yes, these are some pretty bad winds here at the coast. They're gonna cause some coastal flooding, for sure. So we'll keep an eye on this. All right, we'll go to the briefing. And then we're going to wrap this up. This briefing was at 7 a.m. And then I'm going to wrap this up here. All right, so this is the tropical storm briefing. This was at 6 a.m. already. So these are your let me pull this out a little bit. This is really zoomed in. There. So flooding rain, widespread urban and poor drainage flooding, localized flash flooding. It's the entire strip. That's the freshwater flooding. Strong winds, 35 to 40 miles an hour, gusts to 50. Scattered down trees and tree limbs, causing power outage. Isolated severe thunderstorms. It's possible tornado threat, if because of the thunderstorms and because of the energy in the atmosphere. You see that's when tropical storms, especially when they interact with land, you see those isolated tornadoes and water spouts. Tropical storm conditions on the water and coastal, widespread high surf with widespread beach flooding and localized dune erosion. Greatest impact to ocean front. So again, we have this tropical storm warning in effect, and the rain may be. This is what it looked like this morning. The heavy rain may be wrapping up, but the winds are going to continue. This was the forecast, but I don't know if those. And this is the tornado potential too, by the way, that we might have for our area. So that's going to wrap up this update on Tropical Storm Faye. I'll have another one for you later this evening. Again, the rain. Looking at the radar, we'll just go ahead. Let me look at another satellite image of this. Well, actually, no, not another radar here. Let me look at the Ventus Sky radar. We'll look at the Ventus Sky radar. This is the Ventus Sky radar. All right, this is a simulation of the radar offshore, because these aren't actual echoes here. This is just a guess on the satellite. But you can clearly see that feeder band there. But once that moves through, there's not really a whole lot left to work with. This is the drier side of the storm. But the winds are going to continue to be a problem. So once we're done with this, we're still going to have to deal with the winds. And that's going to be through tonight. So that's going to be it for this update on Faye. Take care.